There is a reason some people walk into an organization and rise faster than everyone around them. It is not always intelligence, not always hard work, not even talent. Sometimes they simply understand people better. Centuries ago, Niccolò Machiavelli wrote about power, manipulation, loyalty, fear, ambition, and survival in ways that still make modern leaders uncomfortable. But buried beneath his writings is something most people completely miss. A hidden pattern, a psychological map of the exact types of people that appear in every organization, every company, every church, every government, every startup, every leadership circle, and every movement ever built by humans. Once you see these people clearly, you cannot unsee them again. And the dangerous part is this. Most people discover these personalities only after betrayal, humiliation, career destruction, or silent sabotage. By then, it is too late, because organizations are not built only on systems. They are built on human nature, and human nature has not changed in thousands of years. Different buildings, different technology, different suits, same instincts. So today, we are breaking down the 9 types of people Machiavelli warned about, and somewhere in this video, you are going to recognize someone around you instantly, maybe even yourself. 1. The opportunist. This person follows power like a compass follows north. They are never loyal to people. They are loyal to advantage. When someone powerful enters the room, watch how fast their personality changes. They complement strategically, agree strategically, support strategically. And the terrifying thing is this. Opportunists are usually very likable. Because they study people carefully, they know exactly what to say, when to laugh, when to defend someone publicly, and when to disappear quietly before disaster arrives. If your organization suddenly changes leadership, these people adapt within hours. No emotional attachment, no principles, just survival. Machiavelli understood that ambitious people often attach themselves to rising power long before everyone else notices it. And honestly, modern workplaces reward this behavior more than they admit. Humans claim to admire authenticity while promoting whoever survives the office Hunger Games most efficiently. 2. The silent observer. This is the most underestimated person in every room. They talk less, watch more. While everyone else is busy trying to appear important, the silent observer is collecting information. They notice who interrupts others who leadership trusts, who people secretly dislike, who is pretending confidence, who feels threatened. These people rarely expose themselves emotionally, and because of that, others expose themselves freely around them. That is power. Machiavelli believed information is often more valuable than force. The person who understands the room controls the room. Never mistake silence for weakness. Sometimes silence is surveillance. 3. The useful fool. This one hurts because almost every hard-working person starts here. The useful fool is talented, loyal, productive, and dependable. But politically blind. They think, if I work hard enough, people will naturally reward me. No, that is not how organizations work. The useful fool does the work. Someone else takes the visibility. They stay late, fix problems, save projects. Yet promotions somehow keep going to louder, more strategic people. Why? Because effort without positioning becomes exploitation. Machiavelli understood that competence alone does not protect anyone. If nobody powerful sees your value becomes invisible. Brutal truth. Many organizations survive because of useful fools, and many leaders secretly depend on them, never waking up. 4. The hidden rival. This person smiles while competing with you. They never attack directly. That would expose them. Instead, they operate quietly. They study your weaknesses, your emotional reactions, your relationships, your ambitions, then they wait. Patiently, they praise you publicly while undermining you privately. Not enough to destroy you immediately, just enough to slow your momentum. The hidden rival understands something dangerous. Most people never suspect the person standing closest to them. Machiavelli repeatedly warned that threats rarely arrive wearing enemy uniforms. Sometimes betrayal comes disguised as friendship. 5. The performer. This person confuses visibility with value. They are obsessed with appearing important. Meetings become theater. Emails become performances. Simple tasks become dramatic presentations. They speak confidently even when they know very little, and disturbingly, this often works. Because humans are visual creatures, people frequently mistake confidence for competence. The performer understands that perception influences authority. Machiavelli knew rulers survive partly through image, not just reality. That is why some people rise despite limited ability. They mastered presentation before substance. Modern organizations practically industrialize this behavior. Entire careers are now built from PowerPoint slides and strategic head nodding. 6. The fear merchant. Every organization has someone who spreads anxiety quietly. They weaponize uncertainty. They say things like, "Careful who you trust. You didn't hear this from me. Leadership is watching closely." Their goal is simple: keep people emotionally unstable. Fearful people become easier to control. When employees distrust one another, nobody unites. Machiavelli deeply understood fear as a political tool. A fearful environment creates dependency, and some leaders intentionally keep teams anxious because insecure people rarely challenge authority. The fear merchant thrives in confusion. Chaos feeds them. 7. The gatekeeper. This person controls access. Access to opportunities, access to leadership, access to innovation, access to influence. Gatekeepers rarely hold the highest title, but somehow nothing moves without them. These people decide whose ideas get noticed, whose mistakes get forgiven, who gets invited, who stays invisible. And many ambitious people fail because they ignore gatekeepers while chasing executives. Huge mistake. Machiavelli understood that indirect power is often stronger than visible power. Kings fall. Gatekeepers survive. 8. The fallen idealist. This person once believed in the mission completely. They were passionate, driven, optimistic. Then reality happened. Broken promises, office politics, betrayal, corruption, hypocrisy. Now they move through the organization emotionally detached, still present physically, gone mentally. The dangerous thing about fallen idealists is that they infect culture silently. Their disappointment spreads. Machiavelli believed disillusioned insiders are extremely dangerous because they understand the system deeply while no longer respecting it. And honestly, every corporation has entire departments filled with spiritually exhausted people attending meetings like abandoned NPCs in a collapsing simulation. 9. The strategic builder. This is the rarest person, and usually the one who rises furthest. The strategic builder understands all the personalities we discussed, but refuses to become consumed by them. They understand politics without worshipping politics. They build relationships carefully, protect their reputation intentionally, control emotions under pressure, observe before reacting, move strategically instead of emotionally. Most importantly, they think long-term. While others chase attention, drama, validation, or revenge, the strategic builder focuses on position. Machiavelli admired disciplined people who understood reality without becoming naive, because naive people get destroyed, but reckless people self-destruct too. The strategic builder survives both. Finally, here is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. Most organizations are not meritocracies. They are ecosystems of ambition, insecurity, ego, fear, loyalty, manipulation, competence, and perception all competing at once. That does not mean hard work is useless. It means hard work alone is incomplete. You must understand people, because people decide. Promotions trust alliances, opportunities influence survival, and the people who master human nature often outperform people who only master technical skill. Machiavelli saw this centuries ago, which is why his writings still feel disturbingly modern. Different century, same psychology. So the next time you enter a workplace, business, church, political movement, or leadership environment, watch carefully. You will see the opportunists, the observers, the rivals, the performers, the gatekeepers. And once you recognize the pattern, you stop moving through organizations blindly, because the biggest danger in any system is not incompetence. It is misunderstanding the humans inside it. Subscribe for more deep psychological, philosophical, and leadership breakdowns. Humanity keeps rebuilding the same power structures with slightly better lighting and more expensive coffee machines.